Hey, hi English learner. I hope you must be fine. So, more than 1 year ago, my English journey began. Today, we dive deeper, learn more, and celebrate progress. So, join in this session. Let's grow together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what are the good habits that you've noticed about yourself?
Yes. Hello, ma'am. Hi. Yes, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. And
That
I think, Shahid, this is the first time you and I are meeting. We are speaking for the first time. Shall we do a quick round of introductions? Could you introduce yourself?
yeah, definitely. So yes, this is Shahid, and I'm from India in Jharkhand, and I like to play cricket. I like to listen music sometime, and yeah, and these days I'm learning English language.
Hmm, that's really nice. And what do you do professionally for work?
Actually, I'm working in Oman right now. I'm living. I have been living here for more than 3 years, and I have been working here in Oman. I think you must have known about.
Yes, that is a totally different country, right?
Absolutely, yes.
That's very nice, very interesting. What inspired your choice to go and work in Oman?
Uh, actually, I want to, I wanted to actually work in the abroad country. That's the why, and in my street people, they also, uh, uh, if I talk about my friend at that time, so they went also in abroad country. So I thought like I had to work, I had to work also abroad country. Uh, so that's why that inspired me.
Hmm.
Yeah. So can you introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. I was going to do that. So, my name is Susan, and I am a working professional. But unlike you, I'm still working in India. I have 13 years of work experience, and for the last 7 years, I've been working in learning and development. So, this means I have a full time day job and I am a training specialist. I help corporate employers. I train them on soft skills, business communication, foreign culture, and a lot of other things, process as well. That's my passion to help people learn, to help them improve their spoken skills, especially in English. That's part of the reason I'm following my passion and I've joined Clapingo to dedicate a few hours here as well. So I'm really thankful to
Glad to
learners
know
like
that.
you for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Like, where do you live?
I am still living in India. I'm working out of Bangalore. Yes.
Out of
So I have
Bangalore.
been
Okay.
working out of the city for the last 11 and a half years now. Quite a long time.
Yes, absolutely. It has been long time. Yeah. So today, topic is usual habit. Have you
Correct.
seen it? Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what are the good habits that you've noticed about yourself?
Yeah. So I noticed some good habit in me. Like I wake up early in the morning and I sleep. Uh, I sleep early in the night. Yes, and like I take shower every day. That is also good habit. Yeah, and
Very important for personal hygiene. Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and yeah, and this are the thing I do, and
Okay. And what about any bad habits? Have you noticed any bad habits that you have?
yeah, I have bad habits. Like I have I procrastinate. I do like I procrastinated. Thing. I procrastinate the things.
Mm, okay.
That is a bad habit. Yes. Suppose if I want to do it today, so I do tomorrow that thing.
Okay.
But I'm working on it. Yeah, I will soon. I will overcome about this habit.
Yes, absolutely. So, do you think that having good habits, like you mentioned, waking up in the morning early, going to bed early, having good habits like that will improve our mental state as well as physical state? Do you agree?
Absolutely, I agree about this statement. Yes, if you early if you sleep early in the night, so obviously, and it will help your professional life also, and and early in the morning if you wake up, so obviously you feel fresh, and you can do you can use your day in productive way.
Yes. Then, what about people whose jobs require them to work at night? Do you think that they live a very unhealthy lifestyle? That's a bad habit that they are incorporating?
No, I don't think so because they have work, so that's why they are doing. That's why they are sleeping late night. So it's totally fine. Yeah, sometimes people who have work, so what can do? Like obviously they can finish first work, then after they sleep. But they have time to sleep in morning time, so they can make schedule in morning time, and then they can uh, cultivate this thing. Yeah.
Mhm. So, do you think that such a schedule for people who work at night, it could affect their health in negative ways?
Mm. Yeah, it affect. I think yes. I haven't experienced it. But I think it affect. Because if you always your duty is night shift, okay. So obviously it affect your I think mental health. It will affect, but not quickly. When if you continue, if you consistent, if you do that work at night time, so definitely it uh, impact on your body, and it impact your mental health. Absolutely.
Mm, yes, absolutely right. Because there are people who do not exercise enough, and exercise is good for our physical and mental health, right? It rejuvenates
Mental
our
health.
mind and body. But people who work in the night, they usually don't exercise a lot, right? They become very lazy.
Hmm.
So it does have negative effects on their health in the long run. Like you said, not
Hmm.
immediately, in the long run. Yes.
Absolutely, yes. But I think if they what we call if they sleep well, if they sleep well in the morning time or afternoon time, so I think it will not affect. I'm not sure. I haven't experienced it, so I'm not. I might be effect, might not be effect. Yeah.
Yes, it actually does. I have observed people who work, in a late night shift. They start working at 10 o'clock at night and they finish work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
Okay.
their entire sleep schedule is completely opposite to people like us who work in the day and sleep in the night. So they usually don't feel like exercising in the morning. They don't feel like doing any meditation or yoga. They just want to sleep, right? 7 in the morning, they're done with work. All they want to do is sleep now. So
Okay.
it certainly affects their mental state of mind over the course of time, and it takes very strong willpower to come out of that and help yourself, right? If you don't
Yes.
work on your habits, you will not be able to help yourself lead a healthy life.
Absolutely. So did you notice about them? Did he sleep well? Like who with whom
So
did you observe?
Many
in
people,
the
I have
morning time?
observed many people, because
So did it,
I was,
so they didn't sleep well in the morning or afternoon time?
some of them do sleep well because they are just exhausted, because their body is not, used to that schedule, and they do fall asleep. But there are some people whose minds are very active. They want to sleep, they need to sleep in the morning or in the afternoon, but their minds are too active for them to fall asleep right away. And it's those people who actually struggle. They are the ones who struggle with, finding sufficient hours of sleep. And then if they don't get sufficient hours of sleep, they're not able to work properly again when evening comes or night comes. So that struggle and that cycle keeps going. So let me ask you a question here. If you could advise such people who struggle to sleep on time, what would you advise them? What advice would you give them?
Who struggle means, can you elaborate the question a little bit?
The people that I just described, there are people who finish work at 7 in the morning and they struggle to get sleep, right? They're not able to sleep in the morning hours or in the afternoon when they should be sleeping, but uh,
Mm,
they struggle and they're not able to get sufficient number of hours, right?
mm.
They're not able to
Yes,
get
yes.
sufficient sleep. So if you could advise them, what advice would you give them?
I would, I would, I would suggest him like when he would finish at 7 p.m. 7 a.m. their duty. So like first they can go to the home. They go first they would go to the home and then they uh, take breakfast. Okay, and then after they try to sleep first.
Hmm.
Once they sleep like 7 hour or 8 hour, like so that they can like they can other left hour like an afternoon they can use that time in useful. I would suggest him that I would give suggest them like uh, just sleep first when you reach home. So just take breakfast, and if you before the breakfast you want to take a shower, you can take a shower, and then after just take a breakfast, and then after you have to sleep first. And then after I think you will feel good, you will feel fresh. Yeah.
Hmm. Yes. That's really good advice. Taking a shower to freshen your body, having food to replenish your stomach and your mind, basically, and then
Yeah,
trying to find sleep will be easier, basically. Yes, that's right.
absolutely.
Okay, so that was a good conversation, Shahid, and I have definitely some corrections, some feedback for your English. So let me discuss one at a time. Um, there
Mm,
were a few sentences that you said that weren't grammatically correct in English. So there was some errors in terms of articles that should have been there in the sentence that were not there. So when I say articles, I'm talking about a and the. These three words
mm.
should have been in your sentence but were not there. For example, you said you take shower every day, but you need to use an article here. You or I take a shower every day. It has to be
Okay.
included in your sentence. A shower, right? So
Okay.
there was again another sentence where you said you procrastinate the things. But in this sentence or this phrase, you don't have to say the things. The is not necessary here because you are speaking generally about many things, right? You will always use
Mm.
the when you are specifying what is that thing you are talking about. So
Okay.
when your statement is general and you're not specifying, you don't say the things. You can just say things. I procrastinate many things or I procrastinate things. Because you are making a general statement, you're not specifying any one thing, right? What you are procrastinating.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Understood. Yeah. Okay.
That was an example of how you should use an article and where you shouldn't use an article. So, understanding this grammatical rule is something you should focus on. Articles, right? In
Okay.
short, I can explain. Like I said, the is something you will use when you want to specify something. So, let's say I'm asking you, Shahid, could you please give me a glass of water? I said a glass of water. That means any
Yes.
glass of water. You'll go to the kitchen, you'll pick up any glass and you'll fill it with water and hand it to me, right? Any glass of water works. A glass of water. But when I want to specify, I'll say, Shahid, please give me the glass of water kept on the table. I'm specifying that I want that glass of water which is kept on the table. That's when I will change my
Okay.
sentence and I'll say the glass of water. Shahid, please give me the glass of water kept on the table.
Okay. Okay.
So these are,
So instead of you would not say, instead of that you would not say like, can you give me that glass of water instead
yes,
of the.
if I'm pointing or if we are, we are visible to each other, I can say yes. I'll point at the glass
Okay.
and I'll say, Shahid, please give me that glass of water. That's correct. But what if
Yeah.
we are not visible to each other? We are just,
Yeah.
I might be in the next room, right? And you might be in the other room. Then I'll not be able to point at it and say, so I have to describe it somehow. So how will I describe it? By using the glass of water, and then I'll specify
Okay.
kept on the table.
Yeah, understood, understood. Okay. Yeah, time is running out, like, but it's a lovely conversation with you, ma'am, and I will join you again also. And I like such a nice you are like just way the way you are speaking, so calm and cool way you are